Okay, y'all, my frequency must have just busted, like the veil, like just busted through because the video had cut off because I just spat so many high frequency messages and information all at once. So I'm gonna continue continue with that Alpha Draconian. Let me straighten this up. Continue with that Alpha Draconian video uh, now. So basically, I hope you understand what I was saying through that whole information splurge right there. Um, Connecting more with Alpha Draconian, as I was saying, basically there, if when you are in certain career spots, when you're dealing with any career that has to do with manipulating the body, human body, and also the mind, building something, uh, you can attribute that quality or that frequency to a reptilian based type of frequency. Um, I want to hit some better points. Uh, oh yeah, like I was saying, I guess I want to touch a little bit more on what I was saying, how connecting the physical body with your energy body, because with your etheric past history and higher selves, knowing that this is the carry out of the universe, and that there would be more materialized beings having constriction over your vessel and creating matrices and layers. That's why the soul and the spirit and all these things are connected within the vessel, because that's its energy. Energy moves however it wants. This when it comes to water and ether, these things are malleable and move in between and have no form. When it get to the Pisces and Scorpios and just that type of those vibrations and those energies and those frequencies, after the thought frequency and things become more dense, you get to water. Water goes right through your hands. Water can move around, and that's the meaning and the connection through that, which is why this information, you have to come to the realization of this being truth, and why things such as yoga, um, mantras, tantras, because there's, as I've said, there's a history, and then there's vibrations being put out that contribute and connect to this. So why when you do those certain practices, they resonate on a certain frequency and they uplift your frequency, and you begin to even get out of your physical body into your more ethical body, and you can soul travel, and you can start doing all these things that connect you to the ethereal. Uh, so if you more with Alpha Draconians and knowing what Alpha Draconian is, where you find them, and not even just Alpha Draconians. Well, I guess I have to stick more with Alpha Draconians, and I'll trickle down to reptilians and more of them. But as I was saying, when it comes to occupations and careers, as I said, they're going to be light workers and dark workers also. They're going to be into the mystics. They're magicians. Uh, any of these people who are manipulating reality, or and then I also want to correct something that I had said back then, was saying how the reptilians, they influence technology, but they are more about your vessel. They gave the knowledge of the vessel and whatnot, and how to make it, keep it powerful, and that's why certain beings and certain hierarchies, they do certain things and certain rituals and certain practices because they are knowledgeable of that facts, and they try to up the best the upliftment of their being. And so that's something I want to correct, since I was thinking about it and more, getting more more detailed with the description. But yeah, like I said, most of your Alpha Draconians are going to be magicians. They're going to be a builder, basically a manipulator. And when you hear these words, they are not negative or bad. It's as I will always say in teaching, it's an inconclusive universe. It's all about creating and doing what you want within your intent. Um, which brings me to the fact, when that's the thing about magicians and magic and manipulation, because you can do it in such a way that it brings the mind back to its etheric beginning. As when it pops out a baby, you bring out the child, the new understanding, or the the reality fuck, basically how I can best say it, because you can turn a grown man to a child and bring a smile to their face from showing them that, hey, you think this is how reality is, but watch this. I can fuck reality, or I can manipulate it because I know certain angles and I know certain angels that can help me see different things and do all this. And angels attribute, and this is another thing tapping on with angels. When you hear angels, you have to think about reptilians. I think I've done a video a long time ago talking about this, but I'm going to repeat it. Because as I was saying, with them basically ruling the vessel more than anything, the physical being, that's why you're set within basically kind of their reality in a way. Your inner reptilian brain, it's easy for them to manipulate and control because this is their constriction zone. But as I was saying, you still have your other mixture of beings, your etheric body, but just remember for the control factor, your inner reptilian brain wrapped around your pineal gland, which connects to your energy being in the other realms from the inside out, because everything is going inside out, and only due to how you perceive it, that's how you're going within your reality. When it comes to, they rule the air, they rule land, and they rule water. Fishes are reptiles, mammals and upright standing beings are reptiles, and birds are reptiles. So you have to understand these things and see these and connect the dots to come to these realizations. And it helps you within your reality and understanding and not being lowered. It's an upliftment. And so it goes in, and now I'm going to connect it with religious texts because I know there are probably many religious people that will watch this video. Dang it. I'm hitting the point. I don't want to answer the phone. So hitting on religious texts, when you hear about angels, you have to think of reptilians. So when it comes to centering around the birth of Christ and all these interpretations and whatnot, remember the sons of man, which are reptilians and angels, were there during the upbringing of another higher being. And remember, it's the Bible is a big whoosh of misconceptions and not literal context and interpretations, because I'm going to say once again, when it comes to the story of Adam and Eve, and when it comes to, I'm pretty sure you all know the story of Adam and Eve and how the snake, you have to think about it. If remember, the Garden of Eden is in space also. So when it comes to, if you want to place the God in the picture of overseer, the image that they put in Adam and Eve, and then the fact that Eve went to a snake, basically manipulated her and got her to do something, or just told her, hey, you have to think it's a talking snake. Obviously, it had to be made, and he was just trying to let them know there is more outside of this little garden than what you're saying. There's way more. There's knowledge. Eat from that tree, you'll gain some knowledge, and hey, you'll be just like him in general. And that's the whole plot to that story. And there's many people who break this down and tell this to you. I'm not the only person, so you can search this. It takes research, but I don't want to get too far off topic because I'm talking about the Alpha Draconians and reptilian beings. But like I was saying, on Mars, civilizations is no different from the Egyptian civilizations or Kafka. So basically, they were very into their reptilian beings, which is why they end up killing each other, like kind of what we're doing, but we have a little bit more help on our side. You know, we got Andromedans coming in. We have many different beings that come in, and if you're still listening, you're still going far, and you're gaining this information, appreciate it. And as I was saying earlier, with me being realized about my vessel and my being, knowing, traveling into my Egyptian lives where I know I was able to learn these abilities from the interaction with the reptilian beings and the splicing into getting beings to this point to carry out through the agenda of works, because everything's predestined already. Have that understanding, and if you search your vibrations in your body, and you can attribute yourself to reptilians or alpha draconians. Study your vessel, study your body, know thyself, get into it to learn how to have a more relaxed life and create. And on that note, I guess it's time for me to end it. I think I had some real good points for people to understand Alpha Draconian and their part played. Everybody have a good night, and peace and love. Namaste.